Hey everybody, do you want to make a D&D podcast like us or really any podcast? Well, then you got to know about Anchor. First off, my favorite part, it's very free. It's the most free. It costs no dollars. That's sick. Second part, you can start monetizing with their monetization tools immediately with no minimum listenership. Also very sick. You can now, this is new. You can take any song from Spotify and add it directly into your episodes, and let me tell you, that's freaking sick nasty. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Last time on Lawful Stupid, you trailed the orc team down one hallway, turned a corner to your right, but as you follow them, it opens into this giant room that is 300 feet long. You step into what is chaos. As you come into this area, to your left, it is where you see on a pedestal the fire giant is standing. And you've also got Barbados, who's this large man, this blacksmith who carries a giant hammer with him. His daughter's here, and she is currently residing on the shield of Rocknick, the fire giant. And they're screaming for help. Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
I'm going to try to take that chain out.
You see the underside where it connects, and you're able to hit that portion, and it bursts. But there are 3 people who are on this shield 20 feet up, and there is only one Barbados. And we know who he's going to catch, so he maneuvers himself as these 3 fall.
I mean, I know I probably can't get them both, but can I grab one person and turn my body so that I take the fall?
The people are falling, and Barbados is beneath his daughter. And there's a blonde-haired man and a red-haired woman who are falling, and they are looking up. Who do you choose?
I can't let this red-headed woman die and I live on. I feel guilty forever. I'll save the lady.
And just before she's able to hit the ground, you're able to see the shadow and step into it and catch her. Barbados looks at you with his daughter in his hands, and he says to you, "I'm sorry." Many of the figures that were in this room have perished at the might of giants or at the might of our players. And what we see now is that Fume has just cut the chain of 3 individuals that were on the shield of this fire giant. One little girl caught by her father, Barbados. Fume was able to prevent another woman from hitting the ground. Unfortunately, a man did hit the ground. He did survive, but went out without broken bones. Where we ended was Barbados looked over to Fume and says, "I'm sorry." But as he says that to you, Fume, he kneels down to his daughter quickly and says, "Go with Saint and get out of here. I've got some work to do." And he gives her a kiss on the head and pushes them out of the way. And now he says, "You don't get to have all the fun by yourself." And he's going to go ahead and make an attack.
There's still people. Does he still have people armor, or is it pretty much done now?
He does have some people armor.
But he's right near the legs.
Yeah, and also it is worth noting that you took off the people from one leg. That's kind of where you are. So he's going to strike at that leg. He is going to hit. And that is going to do 20 points of damage. He takes this knee out pretty hard, and the fire giant is not happy about that. And he now notices everything going on at his feet. He's not surveying everything happening out in his kind of, what you call his court. Because we're still in initiative, or still in combat rather. We're going to keep rolling right on. And if he was the last attack, then the next person up is the fire giant. if you're on the ground, the fire giant is going to take his great axe and he's going to swipe down at Barbados, actually. That will hit. 18 will hit. And he is going to do 11 damage. Not really going to hurt Barbados. Barbados is a beefy individual, lots of HP. And so he does the damage, and Barbados is like, is that all you got, big fiery monster? And then it is Captain Drake's turn. Captain Drake and his orc fellow are going to attack at the same time, and they're going to swing at this hill giant that they've been just waylaying on. He's going to take his 2 attacks. Only one of them is going to hit. So he attacks with the first one, and it slices through, but it knocks the hill giant back far enough that the second one does not hit, and he's only going to do 11 damage on that. But his friend is going to go ahead and take a swing as well with his great axe. That is full-on damage. He critted with that one, so he's going to take 16 damage full. Extra roll on that one is going to produce 7 more damage. His second attack it will miss, and so we're gonna with a whole bunch of damage on that one. Well, and actually, with that, he makes a few key slices at areas, and he's able to do enough damage that he fells this particular hill giant, killing it. And so what we have left now is... actually, we are up to Miss B. Miss B, you're up. So what you've got is you are standing over near where William was. Hill Giant has tried to swipe at you and did hit you last time.
Was B before me or after me?
No, I was after you.
Yeah, I thought she was after me.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, William. It skipped 2 or 3 of those. So William, you're up, and you've got... you killed the human, and so you had gone up to the fire giant, I believe. Or no, the hill giant. You attacked. Yeah.
Is there still a hill giant left in front of me? It was the other one that
this one has been fairly untouched.
Not anymore. All right, I'm going to take 2 swipes at him. One is a 20 and one's a 9.
The 20 will definitely hit.
All right. He is going to take 8 fire damage. If target is a creature or a flammable object. Does this guy have anything flammable on him?
Other than just clothing, probably. Just like a ratted just around his waistband that's covering his junk.
It says if it's a target is a creature or is a flammable object, it could ignite. At the start of its target's next turn, it takes...
He's got clothing. I'd say that's ignitable.
Alright. At the start of his next...
You just had to have a fucking hill giant tick, didn't you?
You couldn't one episode.
Leave well enough alone.
Alright, well, at the start of his turn, he's going to take 1d12 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? He was also supposed to take fire damage from B had burned him as well, correct?
Yep.
Can you roll that for me real quick? I'll just go ahead and add that on as well.
Yeah, sure. 4.
You got it, boss. Okay.
Burn, motherfucker, burn.
William, is that your turn, my dude?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, and so we're over to B.
Cool. I'm just gonna hit him with the dagger again. The weird combo dagger.
Okay. Hits.
15?
Yep.
I'm good. Sweet. So I have a question.
I have an answer.
Because it's not clear. Because when the daggers are combined, I get to use the bonus action of the level 5 ability of the magic weapons that I've got for Sanjay and Terse. Actually, this is only relevant. Is this hill giant a lady or a dude?
You know what?
I feel like a dude.
Well, we've already established that when the clothes burn off, there's a ween under there, so it's a male.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Yes, because the ability does.
See, it's got a lady killer.
It has to be a lady, so that's why I was like, wait a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. However, William's right there. I'm going to remember sneak attack this round.
Okay, yep.
That's 18 extra damage.
Wow. So what's total damage on that?
A lot.
A lot.
Several.
Oh, I forgot the stab. It's fine. All the fun things in my head. Too many at once.
So what is your damage?
10 stabbles.
Plus 18 for the other stuff, right?
Sneak attack, yes.
So 28 total?
Yes.
Wowzers. This thing lets out a bellow and just glares at you. Drool drops from its mouth as it screams at you and spittles kind of fly. Is that your turn?
Run.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage and run.
Okay, and where are you going to run to?
Away from the least amount of people and chaos.
Okay, I feel like you could run back toward the fire pit near where, or kind of behind, toward the orcs even, that they've just killed the other hill giant, and you'd be between presumably safe parties.
Yes, that sounds good to me.
I concur. Cool. Next up are the two goblins. They're going to run up. They have enough room to get to this fire thing. It's actually, they're going to sit back and they're going to throw a couple rocks. One's a 27, and one's a 16.
Those against me when you say fire?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, both those hit. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say one was a 7 or a 27?
27, yeah.
Yeah, they both
actually, sorry, I take that back. I rolled for the wrong thing. That was for the giant, so let me re-roll these.
I was like, that's pretty high for a fucking goblin throwing a rock.
I was like,
that's a 20 and a 12.
One of those hits. The 20 hits.
So the one is going to shoot his short bow at you, and it's going to do...
what happened to rocks?
They do not have rocks. They have short bows. I was looking at the boldest, because it was 3d12, and I'm like, that's not the right character.
Not the rock.
It's Dwayne the Rock
Johnson. It was real
Johnson.
cute that they had little tiny pebbles in their hand.
I thought it had slings.
And you are you're going to take 14 piercing damage from this short bow.
I'm relatively on base. Was there a melee attack, or did they both range?
Nope, they're just shooting from long distance.
Cowards.
And then actually they've already both gone. Should be back top of the order. The hill giant is going to...
He's going to take 1d12.
Yes. So go ahead and roll that. You want to roll that? I'll roll it.
Yeah, I'll roll that. I got it.
Okay.
6.
I rolled 7, so you did yourself an injustice.
So you're an idiot.
My damage.
So you suck.
He kind of tries to pad it out in several places, and it seems to be out as he moves over to swing at you.
He's going to take 5 fire damage for attacking me.
Does he?
Yeah, if I get attacked by anybody within 5 feet of me, they take 5 fire damage.
He's actually 10 feet away. He's actually 10 feet away.
What? No, he's not. I'm in his face. I hit him.
We've established he cannot. He's 10 feet away. He has to hit you from 10 feet.
If Will close the distance with
because I have to hit him.
Will put himself within 5 feet.
Okay,
yeah, I had to get within 5 feet to hit him.
So this guy can hit from 10 feet, but he would have to back up.
That's correct.
So he's going to roll with disadvantage. Or is it disadvantage if you're 5 feet? I don't.
No. It's he effectively has a reach weapon. A reach weapon has a range of up to 10 feet. You can still make an attack.
It's only the
5
lance
feet.
that you're thinking of that has disadvantage.
Only the lance, yeah.
He's gonna roll, but I put the damage, so he rolls an 18 for first attack.
Yeah, he hits.
And a 14 for second.
Yeah, he hits.
Okay.
Beat up my fire.
Does he take 5 damage each time he attacks you?
It says when you are attacked by a creature that is within 5 feet of you, that creature takes 5 fire damage. So each
he
attack
takes 10.
So 2
5
attacks
more.
is 10 damage.
But you're gonna take 31 bludgeoning damage.
Fuck it. Yes. Bring it on.
Bring it. I want.
That is the whole point of this form, is to take all his beatings.
Okay, he is like flesh is beginning to fall off of his body in certain places from being burned.
It's a cookout. It's a hill giant
also
cookout.
B, roll a d6 for me. He takes that burning. He's burned there too. I don't know if you get double burned, but he's got that from you as well.
I think that would be the
Chip this boy
last
down.
one because it's only for 2 turns.
So this one would be for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That'll be a 4.
He begins to make like this rasping noise as every time you see him breathe in, it seems like the smoke is like affected his lungs, the smoke that is burning from his own flesh. Next up are the 2 orcs. Seeing opportunity, they advance as close as they can get. No, they're able to get up to
Don't I go before the orcs?
do what?
Don't I go before the
Right
orcs?
after the orcs.
Yeah, you're right after because you're at the
Okay.
top of the lineup. You're first.
You know what? Actually, Captain Drake, seeing that the fire giant kind of like there's a clear line, he says something to his comrade, and they both make their way up to the front, and they're going to start. Let's see what they do. One will stand back, and he's going to throw a javelin at the chest because it's been cleared.
For now, that boy can just raise a knee. He's got heal on his
Let's
arms.
see. He is currently at. You dropped 3, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2. He's actually gonna hit one of the civilians. For 6 damage. So he kind of catches the shoulder of one of the civilians. Captain Drake yells out, "You idiot!" as he is going to go ahead and make a swing at the leg that's open there. And that is a 24 to hit, which will. And
Yes.
does 13 damage. And will. Okay. Again, slashing at that spot that Barbados has already took a chunk out of. Next up is Fume.
So to be very clear, if I make an attack against the leg, which is cleared people, it's safe.
And the torso.
And the torso.
So call those
So
out.
if I swing at it, if I run and jump onto his torso, I could then make attacks against his torso without having the threat of
Yes, I'll give
injuring
you
a
that, yep.
civilian. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to run up there. I'm going to jump on his chest. So it's going to be acrobatics versus his athletics, or no, acrobatics versus his acrobatics. Right, Dwayne?
Should be his.
For the initial grapple.
For the initial grapple, it's you get to do.
You get the choice. And he
If
gets
you're
that weapon.
if you're grappling,
I think the attacker gets the choice.
no.
The
If you're
defender does
grappling, the
acrobatics.
attacker is strength, and the defender gets the choice. If you're mounting, then the attacker gets to choose. So athletics or acrobatics, and
defender
then
does-
the hill giant or the fire giant does acrobatics to try and avoid it.
So it'll be acrobatics and acrobatics.
Okay. It's probably not going to be great. It is not. It's a 6.
I rolled a natural
Okay,
20.
you do. Dang.
Effortlessly
so
just
that's-
floats
that's just
into
part-
the air
that's-
onto him, just like
That's part of my movement. I'm going to jump up and grab like the back of his knee. I'm going to perch myself kind of on the back of his knee, and I'm just going to tear into the back of this gentleman's
Okay.
knee.
Okay.
So I'm going to be making 2 attacks with my short
If
sword.
either,
and then
I'll tell you
go
this:
ahead
if
and
either of
burn-
these are a crit, I will let you take him down to a knee. Like he'll.
I'm just trying to do damage.
Okay,
my
tear
guy.
through it. Go for it.
without hitting a civilian.
Without hitting a civilian. So I'm going to do and I'm on his chest.
You said
You said back of his knee.
You said
Yeah.
back knee. You're all over the place.
Okay, back of his knee. Okay, so, yep, you're right. I'm going to go for the back of the knee. And then I'm going to go ahead and burn key points for Flurry of Blows. I can promise you that right now. So that's 10 key points. No, 1 key point. So 2 with the short sword are going to be, and I get advantage. Oops, sorry, I get to do advantage on these attacks because I'm climbing. So that is a 24 for the first one. Has a 15 for the second one.
Does not hit.
Okay. That's all the short sword attacks. They're really the same, honestly. And then it is 15 for the third attack, so that's a miss. And that's a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, so I count 3. One of them's going to get a full dice, and then for the unarmed strike, and then 1 for the short sword.
I count 1 short sword hit, 1 short sword missed, 1 unarmed strike missed, 1 unarmed strike crit, so only 2 hits.
I'm giving you a full dice, though, on the crit, and then roll for...
I'm burning a usage of my tattoo on both of these strikes.
Oh, okay.
So that is going to be...
It's like 86 or something, right? Because isn't there like a 46 on a hit?
So the first strike is going to be 6 plus 11, because you give me the full dice on the attack.
17.
So 17, and then plus 8d6.
So big.
That's for the first attack. I'm going to do it again on the second. Or no, this is just for the crit. This is just for the crit one. Is 8d6. The other one will just be 4d6. So 27 extra necrotic damage on that. And then for the non-crit strike, it is 6. I keep rolling ones for my damage. It's 6. And then 13 extra necrotic
19?
on top of that. So 19 for the second.
I think you're just putting in work on the back of this leg. He goes down to a knee. You've cut through, and you found like an artery there, and blood is just kind of pooling in a large area on the floor right now.
So because it was 1 short sword strike and 1 unarmed strike that went through, I like to think that I just like stabbed my sword into his knee and then just like kept going
the sword?
And was starting punching him, and then the tattoo activates and just these dark pulses of necrotic energy go into his wound where my fist is currently buried.
I dig it.
Are you fisting this giant?
Are you
Is that what's happening here?
I'm fisting this giant to death.
That's hot.
He's gonna turn.
That's hot.
He's gonna try to just grab you off like that. He's just trying to smack that area. And what is that he's doing? He's trying to do a strength check, right?
So he can make he can use his whole action to try to get me off, or he can attack like normal against me.
So he's gonna use his action to get you off then.
Okay, so it's gonna be your athletics versus my acrobatics.
You got a 30.
I only got a 13. So
He's gonna throw you.
that's not really how the
He's
mechanic
gonna throw
works.
you, and you're gonna have a chance. He's gonna throw you toward the fire pit. I'm gonna let you do it.
I use my reaction. I use my reaction to slow fall, and then I'll just gracefully.
And he seems pretty perturbed about that, but that will be his turn. William. There were the hill giants still.
Yeah, I'm still hanging out with the hill giant. You know, it's hard to be mad at it. I'm fucking this guy up. Don't really want that to change.
I'm not right there.
Yeah, I'm not scared of that.
I'd blow you all up anyway.
And just so you know, Shane, you can throw a person as a part of that check.
you just don't do a save? You just throw
That's a
guy?
part of the check.
How far do you throw?
It doesn't really say.
Yeah, how many feet
It
do you
doesn't say,
throw?
but you can knock them off.
Exactly,
You can scrape them
that's what
against
I'm
the wall. Like, that's the options the DM has.
Yeah, but the mechanical result of those are all flavor options for a mechanical result, which is you knock a guy off of you. It's not like if you choose to scrape him against the wall, you get to knock him off of you and
agreed. I'm just from the
damage.
he could throw you 5 or 10 feet in my opinion. But anyways, I digress.
He would have to move me off of his. If we were doing minis,
he'd have to be
my mini
off.
would be on top of his mini,
exactly.
and I would have to be at some area below him on the ground, ostensibly.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep swinging on this boy.
Okay.
Nothing special. Trying to keep his attention. Want him to die. That is
I do want him to die. That's
18
important.
and 17 respectively.
Yep.
All right. So let's do. First attack will do 7 fire damage. The second attack will do 11 fire damage.
Man,
So
you
that's a total
see
of
him
18.
bleeding out of his mouth, and he looks worse for wear.
Yeah, I'm just clawing him with these fire hands of mine.
Okay. It is Barbados' turn. He sees that you're doing work on this fire giant, and he's livid. You see him kind of give out a yell. He even seems to grow just a little bit, like his already hulking muscles.
He's an
grows.
inch taller.
He is going to
He's 6 foot tall, 6'1" when he flexes.
attack.
Impressive.
He crits. We're just gonna do this. You see
Go take a dude's daughter and wear
You
the
see
shield.
him begin to. He grabs like the very end of his hammer and begins to spin faster and faster and faster and faster. And this giant is kneeled down already, where you've cut like the tendons in his. He's not standing on that leg anymore, and his head is sort of bowed as he looks at where he threw you, and he's not paying attention to the hammer that then swings around and breaks his jaw right off.
Oh,
And as he falls to the ground, and blood pours out, and he doesn't move. The hill giant hears like that cacophony behind him, and he turns, and he yells out something that you can't understand. And it is the orc's turn. They're going to peel off, and they're just going to straight up attack. One is going to jump on with his great axe and bury it into his back. And as the hill giant is reaching behind trying to grab this orc, Captain Drake is going to just like walk up.
The hill giant or the fire giant?
The hill giant who's left.
Okay, cool.
He's going to walk up and just take his sword and shove it straight up through the head of the hill giant, collapsing it to the ground. And then you hear in the room, and it was like, and you look back and you see these two goblins who've been there like just trying to get into the fight, been like shooting arrows. They run. They begin to run away out the entrance that you came in earlier.
Cowards.
And you're out of combat. And you're left with two orcs, one of them being Captain Drake, Barbados, and your crew.
We came for Homie's eye, right?
Yeah.
Does he have like a big like golden gem eye? Does he have anything like a distinctive like third eye or anything, or has he just got two regular?
He has
eyes
two
inside?
regular eyes in his head. Perception check, please.
yeah.
I'm going to break this fire elemental for him.
What's that look like? Is it just like casual, or is it like pop and you're back to you, or?
I imagine I'm just walking and like flames just kind of like flitter off of me and then I'm back to normal.
Hot.
Pretty cool. Roll a 7.
12.
Do I get to roll one?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. I'm taking both these eyes.
Is this it, boss?
I don't care if I see a giant gem eye in
7.
the distance. I'm taking his regular
7.
eyes.
This.
I shit you not, William's taking these two eyes. You told me to come for the eyes. I'm scooping them out. with a giant ice cream scoop, and I'm taking them.
You see Captain Drake. He kind of walks up the stairs, the kind of larger stairs for an average-sized individual, and you see that he's walking up, stands on the seat of this throne, takes a sword, and seems to pop something out of like a recess that's in the back of this thing. And as he turns around, he's holding this like big red orb-looking figure.
Now, hey friend.
I imagine that we all came here for, well, the same thing.
Will's pulling at the eye socket. Oh, yeah, that.
Now, my father has returned, and he expects this. I don't know why you need it, or how you found out about it, or why you decided on this same night to come and get it, but perhaps we can come to some more manageable way of dealing with this situation. Obviously, you've got us outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's actually one other thing that I'd like to throw into the pot in terms of bargaining chips. It's another little thing I got, and it's called does one of those cool whistles. Hey, Breeze.
You don't hear anything, but you...
I want to see a red dot on this motherfucker's forehead.
It plants.
Where was he the whole fight?
Exactly. I thought to myself, my friend who hasn't fired a single shot this entire fight has been waiting to secure the object, obviously. He's got his eye on the prize.
He says, now look. We've dealt with one another before. I'm honorable. You are honorable. I need something to give to my father, the tyrant, so that he will get off my back and go back out into the world again. But if I turn up with empty hands, I won't have them anymore.
You hear the guttural sound of flesh wrenching, and Will holds up an eye. You could take him this.
That is an eyeball.
How does your father, the Conqueror, feel about a bacall of goblin and hill giant slaves? Taken by conquest, rightfully won. By him, his son. We were never here.
You see like a smile. He's like, I don't even want to say that line, but I'm gonna. Daddy would approve.
Ginge.
We've all done it now.
That would. He might even let me take over in his stead. He may retire.
Yeah, at least give you your own army to be in charge of.
We could expand into the town.
Ooh, that's not a good idea.
Wait, no, we hate all those guys, right?
No. We're neutral on the town. Barbados and the daughter.
They were pretty shitty when we were there. Oh, Barbados.
Yeah. No. We're. Yeah,
treat
you
them
can't
like
take the
All right,
town.
well, just can
Recruit
you
them.
be cool? Can you be cool?
What do you mean?
Are you gonna hurt people? and
No,
stuff?
absolutely not. I would never hurt them.
Inside check. Is he lying or not?
Inside him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. It's important.
You remember
Dirty
he's an orc with
Well,
taste. Like he doesn't like doing this job, but he just does it to impress his father. So anything he doesn't have to do that's related to battle and war, he's not gonna do. So he's just like, if anything, we'll make the town better.
I feel like this is a win, guys.
Barbados is looking at you and he says, I respect a man who can fight that way, and I don't mind working with him if that's a thing, and help me get my daughter back.
Oh
Yeah, with him.
I'm gonna go cut loose all the extra people that are still chained to this corpse, and I'm gonna find that guy that I decked in the jaw and put one of my healing potions in his mouth.
He says, Captain Drake says, I think that's a fair trade. That you, and he looks at all of you, were never here. A local stepped in to assist with some information that led to this
the new mayor.
And Barbados says,
War chief.
"Well, I can sound a war chief. I don't know nothing about being a mayor, but I know how to do right by the people, and I imagine that's all it takes to be a great leader."
See, what a great resume. That's perfect.
Barbados, the war chief. It's got a ring to it. And so he looks at Captain Drake and says, "Captain Drake it is." "Yes." "Well, I think we got an agreement there, as long as these three got an agreement too."
Yes.
Yeah, you guys.
We were never. We'll take that stone, and then we were never.
Captain Drake
here.
looks down at it, kind of eyes it for a minute, and reluctantly will hand it over to whoever's closest. I imagine Fume is probably closest.
Yeah, probably Fume.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he says,
I'll make a gesture for Breeze to take the red dot.
you see it. Choop. And Drake says, "Valiant fighters, if you ever need our help, we'll return the favor."
Oh, we
What?
do. So.
I mean, it only is a gesture, but what do you mean?
Yeah. No, there's absolutely a huge fight coming. There's absolutely the sleepers, that's
The White Eyes?
that's cut. The White Eyes, yeah. They're all waking up, and we're gonna go to Ground Zero and fight their mom.
And you're gonna come with
God.
us.
And you're gonna.
He almost seems like licking his chops. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they're gonna sing songs, homie. They're gonna sing so many ballads about our acts on this day.
There will be power ballads.
I have to tell my brother and sister, listen,
Yes.
I hate meaningless squabbles, but you're telling me this one holds weight?
It is the story of champions.
Mm-hmm.
The weightiest battle of our age. my
We've been
friend.
guarding these woods that hold nothing for years, decades. We consider ourselves a proud clan because of that. Here,
Well, this is the type of battle that is the brink of destruction.
take this.
We either succeed or we don't.
And he's going to hand it to, as William, as you say that, he's going to hand you this coin-looking item with a red button on it. He's going to say, "This connects to us." You press that, it's kind of a signal. It'll let us know to make our way down.
Yeah, what's the name of the place we're going? It's like a cave, right?
It's South Barrow. It's kind of like the area you're going to
South Barrow. Yeah, whenever we get it, whenever we're ready to go, we're gonna press this button and meet us at South Barrow.
South Barrow is weeks away. You'll need to know ahead of time.
Yeah, we'll
I believe in you. You're fast.
we'll
Force
hold
the
conch when everybody's ready.
Yeah, we're collecting quite a few people.
And he's grinning already. He's like, "This."
Yeah,
is
you wouldn't
good."
be alone.
He'll hand
Also,
you.
we have a Magalos.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds intimidating.
It is terror. It's a giant fire snail. It's really creepy.
Yeah, it's pretty great actually. You should come inside.
It shoots
That's what
whole
she said.
volcanoes at people.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot.
you should have fought the fire giant with that thing. Why didn't you bring Why didn't you do that?
So we thought we were going to, but there's this lady Eshy, and she said it was a war crime.
Yeah, she said we can't do that.
It seems weird that war has crimes. You could do something bad when killing someone to make it even worse.
Yeah, it's like how
Remember when I turned those people to ash?
Yeah, it's great.
Probably a war crime.
definitely.
Yeah, it's the morality behind how it's done.
It's just because you shouldn't use an anti-tank gun on personnel like that.
Disagree.
But I'm with this guy, so if I'm trying to demolish the other side, why do I care how I do it?
You know, I like the cut of your jib, sir.
It's just like a layer of decency. But I tell you what,
Orcs be orkin'. I guess I don't
care.
get it, but
orcs do be orkin'. You know what? Men be menin. Dwarves be dwarven.
elves be elven. That's the only one that actually fits, so I don't know.
Dwarven actually fit too. I just said it.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I was too busy worrying about the Megalosa volcano snail. That's very cool.
Well, I love you, so we'll talk to you later.
Well, this has been.
I told you I'm a lover, not a fighter, but you've really got me like this whole
really
situation.
about fighting.
All right, we really got to get this ruby back to the
I got at least a half job right now.
Why don't we go before we get more of those buttons for you to make calls? Let's go.
Yes.
Hey,
Let's go.
you got a lot of people to round up here. They're going to be pretty leaderless, so you're going to have to handle that.
We've got to sneak out of the camp
once
too.
again, we were never here, so.
Well, good luck on your sneaking out. I would just take the back exit actually, and he points to there's a door.
Pass without trace is still technically active, but we're fine.
There's a door behind the. He said, "I'm just going to take that route."
We should go out the rear. I hear you.
Yep. And that
All right, yeah, we'll probably.
hands you the giant ruby, and he and his one remaining fellow leave, and then Barbados is left there, and he says, "Well, I don't know how to thank you, except to say, I guess, thank you, and I heard you talking about that fight, and so I imagine you'll need everything you can get. I'd love to be a part of that. I feel like I owe you that debt.
Cool.
So you'll get his sword and someone else's spells and my hammer."
Hell yeah.
Good.
Sounds like a good plan.
You should probably take care of your daughter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I love you so much. I love you so much, Barbados, but not many people are coming back from this trip. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it's what we call a one-way trip.
A suicide mission, if you will.
The kamikaze.
I might be there,
Shit
but
yourself.
maybe I'll take a rain check and hit you up on the next one.
We are fighting Nova.
He laughs.
They're
You
gone.
guys are
I'm not.
crazy. And then he,
Yeah.
No, they're
It's
serious.
So I very much think that I will perish in this battle.
he thinks you're just like jesting him, like, it's Nova, you're gonna. And he's like,
It's just a very straight faced. No, we are 100% going to fight Nova.
I'll tell you a story back at the camp. Anyways,
Good, that's how we will be remembered.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell them
please
you're in
do.
here, but you're gonna be leaving, so they're gonna let me go as I go back through the camp. I'm gonna wait a few minutes and you'll be long gone. But I need a way to get out of here without getting killed. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Didn't they just point out the back door?
Yeah, but they don't want to be caught leaving the same time as us. We need to leave now so they can wait 5 minutes and then leave, so it doesn't look like we came here together.
And all gotta go back the opposite way. So
Yeah, he's got to get street cred. William starts walking out the rear.
Yeah, deuces.
thank you all so much. I owe you my life.
Remember that.
Okay, I'm walking away now.
You're
Gotta go
welcome.
see my daughter. I don't know why I
Bye.
sent my daughter away. I didn't think about her going through the camp, so she might have not made it through.
Honey.
One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. So you three are able to take sort of this back door passage. It is fire giant sized, and you notice that
So cramped.
it is nice. So it leads up, and at this point in time, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're able to take the ridge back around. You notice that it's pretty absent of orcs in that endeavor. But if you want to make it back to there is a K&G stop. You have to go back across the pass between the canyon and the forest, across the bridge. I think it takes you to early morning. At that point, when you get to the bridge, Breeze is like, he just pops out of nowhere and he's like, how'd it go?
You weren't watching the whole time?
Nah, I mean, after you shooed me away, I kind of just got back here. Figured that'd be Jim.
Oh no, it worked out pretty good.
Nice.
They're gonna be our allies and hey, look, here's that thing that's gonna buy your soul free from the Grim Reaper.
He takes a giant, like, whew, man, God, I don't know how to thank you. I mean, I'm forfeit to you. Obviously, I've been in together, and so I've owed you, and I've been feeling like I'm at your mercy for a long time. And he looks at all three of you separately, taking you all in, and says, "You're my family, and I thank you."
For sure, bro. We got you anytime.
Will, that fire thing you did, man, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, when I turned into a fire elemental.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I was like, shoot, dang, and there was like, oh, like you jumped in. I was like, he just killed himself. He's in the fire, but then you didn't, and Beatrice, remind me never to fight you close quarters. I will always just shoot you from a distance, if that's okay. Just as respectful as, a gentleman would, because you just would wreck me up close.
Most likely.
And Fume, looks like the student has become the teacher.
I'm very good at karate now.
All right, well, gotta stop to make, and then I guess to the south.
What did you just say?
We gotta stop to make.
We gotta stop to make. We get to stop to go to the bathroom. Is that
No,
what you're
we've
saying?
got to take this whole reason we're here. This gym, we got to take this
the train.
back. Like we don't just get now. We're good.
You said we gotta stop to make.
We got to stop and
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
the
we
death
gotta
dealer
stop to
and
make.
give
Is
him
that
the
like
thing.
not a thing that you
Oh, we have a stop to make.
Yeah, I mean,
You kind of slurred
I
all
thought
the
you were
words
saying that
together. It was a
we
little
had
bit
to stop
difficult.
to make. Not we have to stop to make. We have a stop to make.
William, help me out here. You understand drunk lingo. You knew what I was saying, right?
Yeah,
Are you
there
drunk?
was a bell, sir.
I had.
you
It's
drunk?
cold.
Did you notice the red dot
It
was
was
kind
a
of
little
swerving a
wiggly.
little, but it was still on
A little
target.
caterpillar like jumping between his eyebrows. But hey, I was still going to shoot that head.
Follow the bouncing ball.
Either way, he was dead. There is a nearby K&G little excursion we can make, and we should be good to
Yeah,
go.
we need to get onto a train.
Which,
right?
yeah, because then we'll have to take another one in South Barrow, which will put us pretty close, guys.
I've got the train ticket. I don't know if that helps or not, but I got me one.
Oh,
of
we don't
those.
need that.
I got
We're
a
working with
handful.
Death Dealer. He kind of runs that.
Great.
He's in charge of the train.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think he's cool enough to make a train show up right here?
No, it literally
Looks around.
only runs on the tracks. What do you think magic is? You can just do whatever you want. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe he could cast 10th level train mending.
Who did
Yeah,
that? That's
well,
amazing.
you can. Turns out, yeah,
I think that sounds made up. Somebody didn't know what they were doing.
same.
I
Weird.
seen it happen.
Well,
Yeah, I saw it with my eyes.
Then they cast 8 fireballs
Yes.
into my face at point blank range.
I miss
It was
Lucian.
not a pretty sight.
Shit, rip.
well, I'm sorry. Well,
Yeah, so let's go see the Death
still on the
Dealer.
road.
Yeah.
We
The
we
dealer
catch
of
some weak
death.
eye.
Time's burning.
I mean, can we sleep on the train?
Can.
I'll see what
Isn't that a sleeper car? Like the
Sleep-
first
sleep-
car
sleep
where
in
the
the
old
nightmare
people
train?
and children are?
Yeah, I never thought
Well,
about just
okay.
staying on the blue train. I don't know why we always walk. I guess because we don't have to go to that train. I hate going through the black train. I hate it. Scares me.
Why can't we just get to the train car we're supposed to be on in the first
Yeah,
place?
how it
The
works.
one with the old people?
You get to
Yeah.
see what, because the
Sit
souls would get on, is what he told me. Get to see what they're missing. Like, so part of the misery is knowing that they'll never get to live that kind of life.
That sucks.
It does.
Also, I want to see another fortune telling wall.
I don't know. Listen, we met, you said, I have no clue what you're talking about. Nobody does. Nobody gets it.
Every time
Hey,
I go
guys,
in
can
there,
I-
my
can I-
fortune is told.
Can I make a confession?
Mm-hmm.
The last time we went on that train, it was just normal for me. It was just fine.
Weird.
But that is
I don't
weird.
know what that means.
I mean, yeah, that's... What'd you see?
If you didn't see a fortune,
I
that
saw.
means you're going to die.
It was just like a dark train car.
Well,
Oh.
And everybody was holding hands and going, and I was like, okay.
Well...
gonna miss you, buddy.
Why don't we get moving?
Yes, ma'am. I concur.
I run as fast as I can in one direction.
And so you got set off.
If I'm dedicating everything to sprint, I should be 45 times 3
That's a lot.
feet per second.
135.
For 6 seconds.
I'll let him burn
Yeah,
off
you
the
need
sugar.
Yeah.
You guys make it back to the KNG like safe house. Everyone roll a charisma check for me.
Well, 16. Oh,
7.
ah!
2. Natural
Wait,
1
roll
plus
for-
1. 2.
Roll for Breeze.
Hey, you got a 4. So William, what's it look like in here?
This is my house. Yes. Welcome home. You find yourself in this giant open space as we approach. And there is on one side like a long wooden mahogany bar, just with the back, like a high back and shelving of all these liquors. It's beautifully beautiful, but the rest of it is just fucking covered in pillows, and it very much resembles the pen he used to stay in constantly with Ashy. And it is just comfort city. He walks over, realizes it's his place, goes over to the bar, hops behind it, pops open the blackberry brandy, and just starts drinking.
And Bree says, "Hey, thanks for putting the beds down low this time."
Oh yeah, the beauty is you drink as much as you want and you pass out wherever. It's great.
I thought we were going to sleep in the cars.
We could do that too, but there's just bullshit Nesquik on the train, so.
I gotcha. And so Breeze walks over and to the machine, presses a few things. He says, trying to be here in about an hour. Should be good.
Plenty of time.
So you guys drank, hang out, chit chat for a little while. Train shows up, and you get on said train. Do you want to go already to your car, or do you want to stay in the blue car?
Is this the car with the old people and the children?
Kids? Yes.
I'm not hanging out in Purgatory car all day.
I'm sleeping here. It's fine.
All right, so it's pleasant here. Smells good. Food is good.
Will lays down on top of two old people in their thing.
Your head
and
passes
begins to
between
sleep.
their through their ghostly legs. But they seem to just they
that's
seem
cool.
compassionate towards you. Like they it's okay. Like they don't mind.
Good. Well, I'm
Let me
sleeping.
go stand in the black car and see if I can talk to my dad.
Roll a perception check for me.
Nine.
What is the thing you want most right now as Fume?
The thing that he wants
That he
most
wants
right
most.
now? A way to kill a god?
Just tell him that story.
Keep everybody cool?
How does one kill a god? Please provide me instructions.
Fume, in your head, the god that you wish to kill, because you said you wish to kill a god. I'm assuming, but who is the god that you wish to kill?
I specifically Nova, I believe, is the one I wish to be able to defeat. I will rephrase to defeat. and kill.
Okay. In your head, you go back to when you were 18, 19, and you were working at the temple, serving Nova, and you would go to the orphanage daily, and you would visit Tasha. Yeah, you were there for the other kids, but Tasha especially, you paid her extra attention. And One day you came to her and she was furious, like so mad that not even you could calm her down. And they tried like holding her down and they tried spanking her. Just different things that like just brute force would work. But what you did is you see her like bound. They'd like put her like in these like chains and like sat her at a desk so she couldn't move and she was screaming.
Skull's fucking rough and taggart.
And you simply walked up as she was like cursing at you.
She was saying swear
words at you. She was so like mad.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
As mad as she. And instead of saying anything, you just hugged her. And she seemed to relax. And that brings you to...
She takes a giant bite out of my neck. Killing me instantly.
And you...
I've been Lucian's ghost this whole time. Why is fire so effective on me?
Because it's a magic attack. And you make it through to the other car, and that's your vision. And so you're all in the car. I don't know if either one of you want a vision. You don't have to want a vision, but if you want one, we can do it.
Nah.
Well, I thought Lucian was staying in the black car.
I'm hanging out in the black car.
That takes.
I'm crisscross applesauce in the black car.
That takes the entirety of the trip. That is the vision you have, however long that takes.
What I imagine B doing is that, like, William goes to lay down and she'll, like, pat his head, you know, like how a mom does, and then just kind of, like, keep walking on, go through all the other cars, quickly through that reddish one, I believe is the second one. Ew, that's not a fun place. I believe she can see Lucian where he is, because she's got dark vision. I think you've allowed some sight.
I think you look at him, and he looks peaceful.
Yeah, I think she would pat his head too as she walks on by. And then she would walk into, I guess, the fortune-telling wall to get to the last cart.
And by fortune-telling wall, because that is just Dwayne's way of saying he went through the black cart. Do you want?
Yeah.
So, do you want anything to happen, or are you just are you closing your eyes and making your way through?
I don't even remember the rule.
If you open your
closing
eyes,
your
you're gonna have to roll a thing and get a
door.
vision. Otherwise, you just make it through.
She'll get a vision. I, as Avon, forgot you had to close your eyes.
All right.
So I think they're just
what is the
open.
thing that Beatrice most wants?
I think she most wants for the whole party's safety. We're talking about this being basically a suicide mission. And most of all, she just wants everybody she cares about to be alive.
I didn't put together that, like, Will and Bume are like, we're so dead, we're gonna die. And B's over here going, it wasn't that long ago that I lost
How am I
Neo.
going to keep this all together?
Yeah, how do
am
I
gonna-
stop this? And every time we're just like, yeah, we're definitely gonna die. We're punching the clock. Like, we're just gonna fucking die. She's just like, no.
You have a flashback as well. You're a baby, but you see but you're kind of like an ethereal figure, and you're watching yourself as a baby, as your mother and father, kind of.
How far back we have to fly?
They sit over your like your baby bed.
Bassinet.
Yeah, cradle's the word. Cradle. And you hear that all too familiar song
We'll have a bassinet.
that your mother used to hum to you in your time in Angel's Cove. And a lot of people there, it's a pretty common lullaby to sing. It's the one that you sing when you're not really paying attention to anything, but you're just passing time. And you seem to be, most in tune with yourself and most happy. And you sing that. You hum that. And then you are in the other car. So William's asleep in the blue car. The other two have made it back. If nothing else, I will take you to...
Take me to this Grim
downstairs.
Reaper.
You both arrive back wherever the location is that you arrived to meet the Death Dealer. You get off the train.
You get like a big audience chamber, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like not at first. It's kind of like grimy, just dark, dusty.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an usher who greets you, and it's the same guy who left you earlier. I don't remember his name, but he takes you back to the
Bone Jangles,
the death dealer, who is sitting in this chair, looking like a very familiar character from a zombie show that we've seen. And next to him,
he's got a crossbow slung over his shoulder.
Next to him is looks like an adult skeleton and a child skeleton. And he says, "Have you brought the item?"
We have.
And he sits up straight. "Give it to me, please."
Sure thing. Do we same times this? How do we? Because you get like a scale and a contract for my buddy's life.
He snaps his fingers, and the scale floats up, and he says, "You can't leave unless I want you to. I imagine you can hold this anyways. You give me the ruby, and you're free to go."
Deal. And I
Kobe.
I basketball toss it up to him.
He stops in midair and lets it slowly come down to the hand that he had just snapped the black scale into. With his opposite hand, he pulls up the scythe, and he makes some gestures with his right hand where the ruby is floating, and it begins to shrink down to like a medallion size. He places it in the shovel, and the whole thing begins to glow. And he says, "Finally." And you begin to see ligaments and skin and stuff form back onto these two skeletons next to him. And next to him is a beautiful brunette elven woman who stands with him. And then to the left is an elven child brunette. And they both jump in to give him a hug. And he says, "I guess we're all free." And then you see the bright light that was in the shovel, kind of like Captain. What is it? I'm Captain.
Captain Planet.
Planet. And this light shoots up. And then down flames shoot into this seat, and it's Rocknick, the fire giant.
Stuck on it, you big nerd.
But he's asleep.
Time to run.
And
Time
so
to run.
yeah, so he's and Reese is like, "Hey, we better get out of here. This guy didn't like us too much, and I
Yeah.
feel like he's the owner of this place now."
Yep, time to run.
He's in charge of death. We're fucked.
Should we get our skill?
You already
I
had
got
it.
that.
Oh, sweet.
And you're able to exit the underworld.
Exit stage left.
Get on the train. And Bree says, "I guess we all know where we're headed. Do we want to make any other final stops?"
Yeah, hell. Now. The Grim Reaper hates us.
Yeah, it looked pretty fun on the way.
Where is the scale? Because I know B has to react.
Oh yeah, your headache.
I think while you're on the train, the dissonance is not as unbearable as it normally is.
But boy, the walk to the train was a bitch.
But it was very annoying.
I imagine as they're going on, she's slowly falling behind from the group to gain that distance.
Yeah, I agree. I think for the time being, if you haven't touched it yet, that's a good idea.
Solid.
A few things have to happen.
Okay.
I think you're holding the scale, Fume, and maybe looking it over on the train.
If we're on a train ride, I would like to, for lack of a better term, I would like to attune to this scale.
How would you do that? How do you think you do that?
I think
Polish it like a worry stone.
The same way I attune to every magic item. I hold it in my hands, it floats gently outside of my hands, and I just stare at it intently for about an hour.
I think there is a point where it begins to the solidity of it begins to fade, and it begins to fade into smoke, and you deep breathe that menthol smell into your body.
Fuck, that's smooth.
And you have visions.
More visions.
It's a time back when you remember this. You were alive during the Tigertian War. Tigertians were on the wrong side of the war, but you have now visions of two individuals. One who is weaving this dark magic around. Just the tendrils of darkness are surrounding this gargantuan figure in the middle of this giant field. And then across from you is someone wearing all white. And you see her weaving tendrils of light in the same manner. And they seem to be swirling around each other and around this figure. And they all, at the same time, penetrate into this figure. And it stands. And then you see the camera turn behind you. And there are hundreds of these things that have been brought to life. And you're back in the train. And that's where we're in the episode. Hey everybody, thanks for listening to episode 56 of Lawful Stupid. We hope that you've enjoyed all of the things that we've discussed in this episode, and we'd love to hear fan theories. And I will let my cohorts, compatriots, friends, allies, partners talk about the things where you can find that.
I'll be your partner.
You'll be good, thank you.
Yeah, if you'd like to discuss those theories with us, whether it's just the players, just the DM, the whole crew, the whole server, I don't care. Join us at the discord.lawfulstupid.org, and we'll be able to hang out and chat. Be awesome.
My fan theory is that plane crash that we were in at the beginning, we all died in that.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Point. Hey, if you want to support the show, you go to store.lawfulstupid.org. You can get a t-shirt. You can get a sticker pack with Sexy Miss B, which is not... Oh, Honeypot Miss B, No Pants, Fume, and Hentai William.
One of those is
Let's just say
$7. One of those.
These stickers can be sticky in more ways than one.
That's true.
We've really over-sexualized D&D.
All stickers that you know are a little resistant to moisture, so it's fine.
These, you actually have to create the stickiness yourself. They're actually not sticky.
Homemade adhesive.
Oh, is it like letters where you have to lick the
kind of,
back?
but there's a different thing that you...
It depends on whether or not I'm medicated.
That's what we call full circle, baby.
Full circle.
That is the human centipede of jokes.
Remember, if you can't make a selection after 4 hours, you need to console one of us.
For sure. Or a physician.
But mostly Shane.
Well, whatever.
Don't select me after 4 hours.
So, when life happens on a long enough timeline, you say horrible things in a very public forum, like I've just done. In order to atone for those sins, the best way is to donate money to charity. That's why we created the Roll for Humanity. This month, we will be supporting a new charity. It's a new month. It is March, and we are going to be supporting the Paws Rescue. Really great organization that saves a lot of adoptable animals from otherwise being euthanized. It's really worth your time. Animals are better than people. They never say anything about coming all over stickers because they can't speak. And also, it's terrible to say. So Paul's RPG, we're going to be rolling for them now. Paul's RPG. Paul's Rescue. It's going to be a 15. I gave myself advantage on the roll because I've been particularly sinful lately. And so $15 goes to Paul's RPG. Devin is dead. I'm vamping for time because Devin has to talk next and he can't stop laughing because I said the words coming on stickers.
It was Paul's RPG and I went a totally different way too.
Oh, Paul's RPG got you.
I'll take them 15 minutes. It's fine.
This is a fun one for everyone. I was going to do a different one, but this one makes sense to me.
Now, in context of this conversation.
Now, if we've talked about coming on stickers and pausing RPGs, let's talk about this.
Are we about to witness a supermassive black hole merger? That's the... No, I won't do that one.
If only.
The line is...
anyway, out of this.
Ginger Cat is a local star for stealing hundreds of toys and presenting them sweetly to neighbors. Ginger Cat is local star for stealing hundreds of toys and presenting them sweetly to neighbors.
And they're just trying to spread the love around, you know? Sharing is caring. He's very sweet, very kind. Some people appreciate that stray mouse or bird. But you maybe have the lucky few that gets the little cat balls. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's neat. Read that headline to me one more time.
Ginger Cat is the local star for stealing hundreds of toys and presenting them sweetly to neighbors. And just for clarification, they are like actual toys. I don't know who they're stealing them from, but somebody owned these toys.
Great. So
From other neighbors and giving them to other neighbors.
Garfield no longer likes fucking lasagna. Garfield likes crime. And Garfield likes everybody to fucking know. So he's been stealing toys from babies, like rattles out of their hands, books out of children's hands. Fuck, man. This guy's taking pacifiers out of newborns. He's putting them all over town. And it's not just doorsteps. It's trash cans. It's driveways. You're going out to get your paper and you find a fucking toy car in it. Garfield is a menace
At large
to this neighborhood. And frankly, I can't wait for him to end up in my next Lo Mein.
Meow Mane.
Meow Mein.
I don't
Right
stand those
there.
statements.
No, you
Would
said
like-
like because your niece.
Well, you're right. Damn, you really got me, and I sure am disabled. I love this headcanon because it sets up a crossover comic event between Garfield and Scruff McGruff. Because he's the detective they would get to rein him in, right?
Yes.
So I have a feeling that my next bit may never see the light of day. I have a feeling it might be heavily edited or redacted by Ginge because of the content of the words that I'm about to say. So basically,
Oh,
Because the
get your
Ginger Cat,
bleeps in.
Ginger Cat's
We
gonna edit.
we have the story of a ginger pussy, or as I would like to refer to it from now on, a ginjussy. The ginjussy belongs to the streets. The ginjussy belongs to everyone. The ginjussy makes everyone happy. A juicy ginjussy? That's truly the pinnacle of life right there. And I think that we could all learn a lesson from this little ginjussy and just be more giving of ourselves and of our neighbors' possessions to our other neighbors.
Hey,
Did you
Bond.
say amen to that?
Amen.
Did you fucking say a?
This is just
Man.
Chainsaw trying to steal my husband
God.
from me.
That's
Like, I'm here.
Every
You're just being rude at
every
this point.
single day, I wake up and I say, "How do I make Ginge mine?" And this is the best I've been able to come up with.
To steal your neighbor's things and send them to Ginge.
Is just do what the millennials do and add Ussy to his name, and just hope that means he likes me now. Like a boy in elementary school trying to earn the favor of his crush, I will throw things at him and call him names until he loves me.
And as we always say, we love Ginge.
We love you. We love Ginge.
We love Ginge.
I love Ginge the
Bye.
most. Goodbye.
Lies.